A group of young athletes have just returned from the Philippines after competing in a major international paddle competition. The amateurs and the pro team both came in second place, putting Pakistan well and truly on the global paddle map. With grueling days, often playing 2 matches a day and in the heat, the teams battled it out against teams from Taiwan, India, Korea and the Philippines. Well, we went down to meet the team, their coaches, and to find out how the competition went and learn more about the Rising Stars program that helped them to get there. There we go. I'm being put through my paces by the pros who have just come back from an international tournament in Asia. So they've shown me how they work on the court. And we're now going to go and have a chat with them, see how the competition went and see how training really is. You guys have just been to the Philippines to play an international match. How was it?
So the match itself was amazing. The tournament, the management we had with us coming from here it went really smooth. Manila was very hot, so the conditions were pretty tough with, playing outdoors especially. It was covered, but it was outdoors. So overall, I feel like the tournament was a success. Pakistan did come in second place, and we both did win our finals match.
Well, congratulations. You just touched upon, but I want to hear from you as well. I've seen some videos, and you guys are drenched from head to toe. We're in a nice air-conditioned paddle court right now. That must have been quite a change to be playing outside in that kind of heat.
Well, since we knew the court was going to be outside and the weather is very humid.
Yeah.
Other than playing at Paddleverse, we also practice on outdoor courts as well, so that helped us prepare to play in those conditions. But still, it was quite a big change for the both of us.
Yeah, 100%. When you arrived on court and you started those initial matches of the tournament, did you feel like the training that you'd had back home here in Pakistan was enough? Like, did you feel ready?
Well, yes, of course, I felt ready because I've also played many other international tournaments, and I felt like the training that we get in Pakistan is almost like at that level that we can compete and perform at a top level.
Yeah. When did you first get into paddle? Where did the love for it start?
So we both were tennis players, so we used to play tennis, and then when paddle came along, we started playing socially. But once we saw that we, actually have good opportunity in the sport, we took it seriously. We took our training seriously, our fitness seriously, and from there we started playing international tournaments, a lot of tournaments regionally, and this all happened around 1.5 years ago.
Now the paddle court is a lot smaller, and you do things like your backhand should only be with one hand instead of two. What's the adjustment like moving from tennis to paddle? I mean, there's obviously some advantages.
I mean, from tennis you do get a lot of advantages, especially with the smash, the volleys, but like learning the glass, learning how to play with the one-handed backhand is a big change as well.
Yeah. What's the sort of bigger dream? Obviously you're training regularly, you're playing in international tournaments. What's the end goal?
So I guess the end goal for every athlete is hopefully the Olympics.
Wow.
But paddle is not in the Olympics right now, so we're hoping that it goes to the Olympics. And hopefully Pakistan can compete in the next Olympics for paddle tennis.
Yeah. When you were out in the Philippines, what did your schedule look like there?
Well,
You rolled your eyes.
We normally wake up from around 7 to 8 a.m. We'd have our first match at 9 a.m. We'd go back to the hotel, take a quick nap, wake up at like 3 p.m., go to the courts at 4 p.m. That was our second match. And every day was like that. We had to sleep early, wake up early. It was a very hectic schedule.
Yeah, but it's nice that you guys were able to do it together. You were playing on court together, were you? Yeah? Were you happy with each other's performance?
Yeah, very happy.
What happens when not every day is going to be a great day? So what happens, how do you support each other when perhaps one of you is not feeling your best?
So I guess the best way to support each other when one of us is not playing the best is just to be positive. Because in the start, when we started playing together, it was an issue for the both of us that I would get frustrated or he would get frustrated if one person's not playing bad. But when you play with each other for so long and you understand each other, I feel like it just comes naturally then. You don't really have to think about it. It comes naturally to pick your partner up.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on on achieving second place. What do you think you guys need to do to get to first place?
I felt that did help me back. There's also another factor. I feel like Pakistan also needs to promote women in sport as well.
Okay.
Because if we promote women, then our women's team will also like grow with the men's team as equals. So I want like women to be playing more paddle, women to be playing more sports, because I think it's necessary for like women and men to grow at the same level, not for it to be an imbalance.
Yeah. You went out with a girl. You went out with Alicia. How was that? Were you happy to have a woman on your team by your side and sharing in that victory?
Yes, it's a very good experience going out. Having a woman on the team is very different than just going on a boys' trip.
Well, welcome, and first of all, congratulations and welcome back. How was it? How was it out in Manila?
It was amazing, honestly. It was an amazing experience to get to play with, so many different countries and people from all different backgrounds, all different sports, and, getting to go at such a young age. It was incredible.
Yeah. How did you perform? How did you feel like you were performing while you were out there? Did you feel like you were at the top of your game? It was hot out there.
Yeah, I feel like I performed really well, and we made it to the finals, which was a very big achievement for Pakistan and for me as well. And yeah, the weather there was really humid. It was really hard to play that many games in one day.
Yeah.
You need to keep hydrating again and again.
Yeah, of course. We've seen that in the World Cup, haven't we? Hydration breaks. That was probably quite important for you guys out there as well. The conditions, I mean, we're in a lovely air-conditioned paddle court right now. That wasn't the case out there, was it? So how was that playing in the heat?
It was a shaded court. It was an indoor court, but it wasn't with air conditioning. So that's why it was more humid than it is in a normal outdoor court.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to adjust in the first few days, but I think we did pretty well.
Yeah. No, you did. You guys played really, really well. When you got out there and you saw the competition, you saw how the other teams played, did you feel like you were ready and prepared?
I honestly think so. Last year when this APPC happened in Malaysia, the Pakistan team was not up to par, but this time I felt that we were leveled, and if not, we have the potential of being much better. Like Pakistan with all these Asian countries were honestly very up to par.
Yeah. What do you think's changed in training between the last time that you played out there and this time? Because you mentioned that you feel like you were more on par with the level out there.
I think paddle last year was just getting started in Pakistan. No one really took it that seriously. It was basically like a trend that everyone wanted to try out. I think this year people have really started to take it seriously, and many people have also worked really hard for this. And I think that's what made the difference.
Yeah. What did your schedule look like while you were out there? Were you up early? How many matches a day did you play?
So usually the morning session started at around 9 a.m. So we were at the courts by 8:30ish. There was a morning session and an afternoon session. The afternoon session was at 4. So sometimes we had 2 matches in a day and sometimes 1.
Do you feel like you learn anything every time you play one of these international tournaments? Do you bring something back each time?
Yeah, I think definitely playing against different countries, you learn a lot. Like you learn different playing styles and how different people react under pressure. And obviously you learn a lot about yourself, like how you react on the court, and playing against different players, you learn something new about your own game.
Yeah. What was the trickiest team or the trickiest country to play against?
I think it was Taiwan in the amateur category for sure.
Yeah. Why was it tough?
They had a very different play style. Like we aren't used to playing that fast, especially on an amateur level, and I think they just outplayed us in the final game.
The amateur team came second overall. Incredible. What do you feel like you or the team need to do to be able to get to first?
I think what made us come second was because on the last day as well, we had a lot of injuries in our team. So everyone had to play out of position.
Okay.
because there's two sides in paddle, the left side and the right side, and everyone had to change their positions because of that one injury, and everyone had to change the teamings as well. So I feel like we would have a really good chance of coming first if that injury didn't happen.
And there's probably lots of people, well, there are loads of people in Karachi, from what I've seen, who play paddle a couple of times a week, and there's such a love for the sport here. Where did your love start? Like, what did you see someone playing? And obviously, your mum is a big player in paddle in Pakistan. Where did it start for you?
I think I started 1 year ago, but before I just used to play with my dad and with my friends just for fun. But then when I played my first nationals, that's when I really started taking it seriously and started taking coaching.
You were a little bit competitive. How does it feel to represent Pakistan when you go to these international competitions at an international stage, and you've got, you had Taiwan, you had India, you had the Philippines. How does it feel to turn up as a representative of Pakistan?
I think it's one of the greatest feelings a teenager can get, because doing this at such a young age is very, just a very amazing experience to, you know, be able to do this at such a young age and to represent your country on an international level.
Yeah.
And being able to do something for your country.
Well, we're on court with some of your protégés, some of your team, really.
Yes.
How has it been training them? I know they've just come back from a big tournament.
Yeah, they just came back from the APPC, and we were the runner-ups in that tournament in both categories, the amateur and the professional. And I've been training these kids for now just over a year.
Wow.
So they've
How
been
have you
working
seen
hard.
them progress?
They've actually some of them had tennis background, some of them came from badminton, so it was very easy for them to transition into the sport. But obviously they had to fine-tune their skills because it's a bit of a complex sport compared to, let's say, tennis or badminton.
Yeah. I remember about a year ago when I moved from London, I could not believe how big paddle was here in Karachi. It's completely shocked me how much passion there is for the sport here.
Yes.
Do you find that there is a real growing
100%.
hunger to play paddle?
100%, because if you think about it, like, we've had paddle for just now almost 3 years, and that's actually not a lot. For us to achieve this feat, and especially the APPC, which is the Asia Pacific Paddle Tournament, it's a big deal in my opinion.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't know what the next 5 years will bring, but it's very amazing what the kids are doing nowadays.
What does a training session look like with you? Do you put them through their paces?
Well, sometimes, so it's like you have to mix it up. Obviously, there's a tactical session, there's a technical session, and sometimes there's a bit more endurance session where the players actually get to test out every single thing, and fitness needs to come in play. But when it comes to tactical, it's more theory, learning more outside of the court about the sport, about decisions, about the technicalities. So that's how I usually try to construct their sessions.
Yeah. I've spoken to some of the team that went out there, and they did amazingly. They came second. I mean, that is, that should be mentioned because that is brilliant. And I asked them, what do you feel like you need to do between now and the next international tournament to maybe get to that first place? And they interestingly all said fitness. They said that's where they feel like they need to get a little bit better.
Yes.
Would you agree?
I would 100% agree to that, because it may seem like it's a sport which doesn't take a lot and it's not so taxing, but it actually, when you get on the court and you're playing against experienced players, it's very demanding. So you need to be on par with your fitness, and I think that's the goal till the next Asia Cup happens.
And what's the kind of long-term goal for you here with the team, whether it's the team that went to Manila this time or the rest of the people that are involved in the sort of wider program of nurturing them? What's the long-term goal?
The long-term goal is to have them keep representing Pakistan on a global stage, and also with the new upcoming kids that I have, which are 12, 13 years old, training at this club and possibly make part in this program of the Rising Stars. I think they can even aim for a bit more global stage ranking on a personal level. So with these kids that I'm training right now, I just keep wanting them to represent Pakistan on a global stage and get some achievements like these.
Yeah, I've been talking a lot about the football with the World Cup going on at the moment, and speaking to lots of young footballers about, will we ever be able to get to something like the FIFA World Cup? And a lot of them talk about kind of, a lack of funding and a lack of structure when it comes to going through the ranks to get to those levels. Is that the case with Padel? Do you think Pakistan could get to those international stages?
Padel, yes, I think we could get to the international stage because everyone who's involved in Padel is very passionate about the sport. And yes, it is an expensive sport, just like all other sports, but the infrastructure that we have now with the 800-900 courts, I think Padel is here to stay and people will keep investing in the sport.
Yeah, interesting that you say that you think Padel is here to stay, because I feel a bit sorry for tennis. I feel like tennis has been dropped, right? Do you think Padel is a fad, or do you think it's going to last the test of time?
I think it's way past the conversation where it's just a trend. It's not a trend anymore because you see it growing globally at a rapid pace. So with all these courts around, I think people are going to stick to it. And if you see, like, still with this heat going on, the court, you don't find a court at after 6 p.m.
Anecdotally, I feel like Padel seems a bit more accessible. I think a lot of people get on the tennis court for the first time and think, I'm so far away from being able to actually play. But maybe they don't feel like that when they get on the Padel court.
No, the learning curve is very short with Padel. So if you want to get like started, it's very easy. Put on your shoes, get on the court, and you can figure out your way. With tennis, it's very much technical. Like, you need a lot of fitness, you need a lot of technique. But with Padel, anyone can get on the court and have fun from day one. But if you want to get really good at it, again, then it takes the same amount of discipline as it would take with any other sports.
Shall we put that theory to the test?
Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay. Guys, we're going to come and join you. Guys, maybe a bit more gentle than what you did in Manila,
yes,
okay?
Of course. I'm going to give you on your forehand, and you're going to use your left hand to really track the ball.
Okay,
right?
a bit like
Let's
tennis.
Very good.
Ooh.
One more. Good shot. Let's go. Nice.
You've just had a team come back from Manila. They did amazingly. How are you both feeling about it? You must be proud.
We're very proud. It's like having 7 more children, you know. We're proud, mom and dad here. I think that was our dream initially when we started the program, the Rising Star program, that we get young athletes, we train them here, and they represent the club, the country, and make all of us proud.
Yeah, and they're really proud as well. You know, having spoken to a few of them, they just feel so much joy in what they've achieved. Let's talk about the program a little bit. When did it start and what was your sort of aim with it?
Yeah, so I mean, if you talk about the Rising Star program, if you look at Pakistan in general, there's so much talent, but then there's so little opportunity. And I think this program is basically about bridging that gap, which is just to give all these young, upcoming, amazing players the platform and the opportunity to become world-class athletes.
Yeah. What does that take? You know, what does it take to get to world-class athletes? We're talking a lot at the moment, you know, about football with the World Cup being on, and how a lot of what is required to get to those levels is structure, funding, coaching. Have you got that sort of architecture here in Pakistan and in Karachi to do that?
Good to talk about the ecosystem in general, because when we say Rising Star program, we think, okay, good players. But good players need good coaches. And good coaches then enable their players to play in tournaments. So tournaments need good referees. When they're playing in a tournament and they have good referees, they need a good scoring system.
Yeah.
So, you know, we also do a lot of investment in the tech that goes behind, making successful events. So I think what we have kind of tried to go towards has been the entire ecosystem, which is just develop the athletes, which are like I would say the core that holds everything together.
Yeah.
But then the ecosystem kind of needs to get developed in parallel.
Yeah, it's got to be a 360 approach, hasn't it, in order for it to feel professional, because then when you go to those big stages and you are playing in Manila or in the Philippines, you know, then that's when you really see all of the hard work that's been done beforehand. How is that going to play out? And this time, played out well, second place. So congratulations. How do you sort of find the talent, choose the talent for this program?
So we've started a lot of mini leagues. For instance, right now this program focuses on 18, 20, 22-year-olds. like teenagers and then maybe early 20s. But we're also looking at expanding this program into the under 12, under 14 category. So what we do here is that we do mini tournaments, and then we kind of see, what the talent looks like.
Yeah.
I think the wonderful thing about these leagues is that in the summer vacation, what do children do? They're
Which is
either
now.
on their
Yeah.
iPads or they're spending 8 hours a day here. So it's
wow.
really, I think, something as a parent also that, I'm happy about that my children are playing a sport rather than, sitting at home or, I don't know, watching stuff on the internet. But yes, we take out, talent from there. I think we do plan to do tryouts. Right now, the talent that we picked out has been largely the winners tournaments. Somebody we see has a lot of, potential, and we kind of take them into our program. We build their confidence, we give them training. But in the near future, we will be holding tryouts for people to then have a fair share, a fair chance to be part of this program and get maximum people out. So even under 18 girls, that's something that we're actively working on because there are not many teenage girls who are playing.
Yeah.
So almost like an open call for girls to come and play here and then, organize a little tournament so that their confidence also grows. Because I think socially people are playing, but girls are not playing competitive. So we need to do that.
It's interesting you say that because actually one of your players mentioned that when I was speaking to him, and I asked him kind of, what's next? What does success look like? How do what's the future? And he said, it's having more women in the sport. It's being out there on the paddle court with women.
I mean, if you really think about it, sports participation for women in general is very low, right? If you look at it globally, especially in Pakistan. But then if you put a lens of paddle, the participation actually jumps. So even in Pakistan, I think if you compare it to other sports, there would be at least 10 to 15% higher participation of women. Because the sport is generally so inclusive. Like even if you look at the facilities, the environment is safe, families feel comfortable sending their kids to come and play here. A lot of women drop their kids, then come here to play. So it's also, I guess, the onus is on us and on a lot of club owners to create an environment that's safe and secure.
Yeah, and
That's the
accessible.
part that we play, and accessible. And that's the part that we play. And then the part that they play show up. We often have these conversations that why aren't girls coming to play? And what can we do to make them play? And then, doing things like organizing these leagues, reaching out to groups, getting them to come and play. What that does is it starts a spark. It's almost like a little spark, and then there's a groundswell effect that, it's almost like a domino effect. So the four will play, they'll call their friends, and then before you know it, all of a sudden there'll be like a whole group of people that, that want to play. And then from that group, we pick talent. And in fact, it used to be such that in the first 6 months, we were trying to find talent, right, to be part of the program. And now, actually, it's the opposite. Talent
come
is
to
finding
you.
us. We get so many messages, what does it take? How can we become a rising star? We get messages on our pages. So people know about the program. And that's credit to all of these athletes, right? They've put in the effort, but they've also upped their game in terms of their own visibility on social media.
Yeah,
And
social
we've been
media.
pushing them to do this because the future is content, right? And everybody is a brand in themselves. Like this program is a brand, but then all our players are also brands,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
They're the ones that went to this Asian Pacific Championship and they beat like India in the semi-final. And now people remember and they've been celebrated as, these are the players that beat the team to make the final, right? And then
Yeah.
they become brands on their own. So it's kind of like a full circle, right? To get everybody to come and play here, we pick from them. And then they also see the program getting bigger and then they come and find us.
Yeah. Do you think paddle is here to stay?
Definitely.
Yeah. I feel sorry for tennis. I really do. Paddle has taken over, but you think it's got the sort of longevity in it to be a sport that might make the Olympics?
Not just here to stay. I feel like if you look at the world, right? So you can literally divide it, and paddle reports say this. So there are like paddle heartlands where paddle has been around for a long period of time. So Spain, Argentina, Italy, etc. Those are places where the demand is very high and the number of courts are very high. Then there are places where the demand is very high, but the number of courts are catching up. You know, places like South Africa, UK, etc. We are even much below that level, right? So the level of saturation, we are way behind. There's a lot of potential to further grow this exponentially. Like we went from 0 to 100 to courts to now over 300, almost nearing 400.
Is that in
courts
Karachi?
in Pakistan.
Oh, in Pakistan, okay.
Right, and a lot of that is between Karachi and Lahore, and then everywhere else in between and ahead. So this is really like exploding. So it's not just here to stay. I think it's here to dominate, and we are here to play a part in that domination.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. And good luck to the rest of the, to all of your rising stars as they take on the next lot of competitions or whatever it may be. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
There we have it. What an inspiring group of young go-getters. The passion for paddle is definitely taking over in Pakistan. And we wish them the best of the luck in whatever they're doing next. Have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to tune into the show on Monday. And goodbye and Allah Hafiz from me.